phones are banned at Kentucky classrooms under a new law, so you may be wondering what this means for your student as the new school year starts. WDRB's Reyna Katko joins us now to tell us how some of our local districts will be handling this change, because this is such a big deal. When you think of kids, they're never far from their cell phone.
Absolutely, and there are exceptions for cell phone use during instructional time, but otherwise your child can't have their phone out during class time. This change comes after Kentucky lawmakers passed House Bill 208 back in March. The law does not set a statewide standard for technology in schools, but it does require local school boards to create policies that keep cell phones out of the classroom. The law includes exemptions for emergencies and for students who need their phones for health reasons, including apps to help students manage their diabetes. JCPS leaders started developing a district-wide cell phone policy back in February, and when I was tackling the story back then, former Superintendent Dr. Marty Polio said creating an updated cell phone policy isn't the hard part. It's getting everyone across the district on board with the school board's plan. All
right, so let's break it down here. What does this look like for JCPS and maybe some other districts in our area?
Yeah, so let's start with the largest school district, JCPS. Each JCPS school makes its own implementation plan. Some will require phones to stay in backpacks, while others have cell phone lock pouches like we've seen at Fern Creek High School. However, the district is banning cell phone use in schools all day long, including during lunch and transitional periods. The only exception is during an emergency. Every school is creating its own policy to allow parents and guardians to get messages to students, so your child's school will likely have more specific information for you and your child. Nelson County School Superintendent says the new law doesn't change the district's cell phone policy at all. It stays the same, with no cell phones in the classroom. Bullitt County Public Schools says phones may be brought to school, but they have to be turned off and stored in a backpack, purse, or computer bag. Elementary and middle school students are not allowed to use phones at any point during the day, but high school students can use their phones during lunchtime. On Friday, Oldham County Schools sent an email to parents saying the Board of Education is voting on a proposed student cell phone policy for the school year. The board had its first reading of the policy Monday afternoon and still needs to vote at a special called meeting. The email said the goal is to approve the policy before the start of school.
This could be a big change for some students. We'll see how it goes once school starts here in Kentucky. All right, Reyna, thank you.